Welcome to our tutorial on building real-time data dashboards with Python. In today's data-driven world, the ability to visualize and interact with data in real time is crucial. Real-time dashboards allow users to monitor key metrics instantly, making informed decisions on the fly. Whether it's tracking sales performance, monitoring server health, or visualizing social media trends, real-time dashboards provide immediate insights that can drive action. In this video, we will learn how to create a robust dashboard using Python, leveraging technologies like WebSockets and Asyncio for efficient data handling. By the end of this tutorial, you will not only understand the components of a real-time dashboard, but also gain hands-on experience in developing one from scratch. Let's dive in. Before we jump into coding, let's take a moment to understand the technologies that will power our dashboard. WebSockets provide a full duplex communication channel over a single TCP connection, allowing the server to send data to the client without the need for repeated requests. This is perfect for real-time applications. On the other hand, Asyncio is a Python library that enables asynchronous programming, allowing us to handle multiple connections efficiently without blocking the execution of our program. Together, WebSockets and Asyncio create a powerful combination for building responsive and interactive applications. In the next slide, we'll set up our development environment to get started with our project. To create our real-time dashboard, we'll need to set up our development environment. First, ensure you have Python installed on your machine. We'll be using the following libraries: WebSockets for handling WebSocket connections, Asyncio for asynchronous programming, and Flask for serving our front end. You can install these libraries using pip. Simply run pip install WebSockets Asyncio Flask in your terminal. Additionally, you might want to set up a virtual environment to keep your project dependencies organized. This step is crucial for avoiding conflicts with other projects. Follow the links in the description for detailed instructions on setting up Python and the required libraries. Now, let's move on to creating our WebSocket server. Now that our environment is ready, let's create a simple WebSocket server. In this step, we'll write a Python script that listens for incoming connections and broadcasts messages to all connected clients. Start by importing the necessary libraries. Asyncio and WebSockets will define an asynchronous function to handle client connections. Inside this function, we can manage incoming messages and send updates to all clients. It's essential to maintain a list of connected clients to ensure that our broadcasts reach everyone. This basic server will be the backbone of our real-time dashboard. Don't worry if you're not familiar with asynchronous programming. We'll walk through the code together. Let's get coding. With our WebSocket server in place, it's time to build the front end of our dashboard. We'll use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create an interactive user interface. Start by setting up a basic HTML structure with a dedicated section for displaying real-time data. We'll style our dashboard using CSS to make it visually appealing. Next, we'll write JavaScript code to establish a WebSocket connection to our server. This connection will allow us to receive live updates and display them in real time. As we build the front end, we'll ensure that the user experience is smooth and engaging. Follow along as we create a dynamic dashboard that responds instantly to incoming data. Now that we have our front end set up, let's integrate it with our WebSocket server for real-time updates. In our JavaScript code, we'll add event listeners to handle incoming messages from the server. When a message is received, we will update the dashboard's display dynamically. This could involve updating charts, tables, or any other visual elements we have on our dashboard. It's crucial to ensure that our updates are efficient to maintain performance, especially as the volume of data increases. We'll also handle any potential errors in the WebSocket connection to ensure a seamless user experience. By the end of this section, our dashboard will be fully functional and capable of displaying live data. Real-time dashboards can be applied in various fields and industries. For instance, in finance, they are used to track stock prices and market trends. In healthcare, real-time dashboards help monitor patient vitals and manage resources efficiently. E-commerce platforms utilize them to display live sales data, allowing businesses to react swiftly to trends. Additionally, real-time dashboards are essential in IT for monitoring server performance and network traffic. These use cases highlight the versatility and importance of real-time data visualization in making informed decisions quickly. In the next slide, we'll discuss best practices and optimizations to enhance the performance of our dashboards. To ensure our real-time dashboard performs optimally, we need to follow some best practices. First, minimize the amount of data sent over WebSocket connections by implementing data compression techniques. Second, use efficient algorithms for data processing and rendering on the front end. Caching frequently accessed data can also enhance performance. Additionally, consider implementing a backoff strategy for reconnections to avoid overwhelming the server during high traffic. Lastly, always test your dashboard under load to identify bottlenecks and optimize accordingly. By adhering to these practices, we can create a responsive and efficient real-time dashboard that meets user needs effectively. Now, let's wrap up with our conclusion and next steps. Congratulations, you've made it through our tutorial on building real-time data dashboards with Python using WebSockets and Asyncio. Today, we explored the importance of real-time dashboards, set up our development environment, created a WebSocket server, built an interactive front-end, and discussed common use cases and best practices. As a next step, consider expanding your dashboard by adding features like user authentication or integrating with external APIs for more data sources. Keep experimenting with different visualizations and explore libraries like Chart.js or D3.js for enhanced data representation. Thank you for joining us and happy coding.